CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes is in West Palm Beach, Florida, with more on the latest twist out of Mar-a-Lago. Always great to talk to you. So, Hegseth holding firm. It seems like he is still doubling down, feeling like he wants to go towards confirmation hearings. He also quoted a conversation that he had with the president-elect, who encouraged him, at least in his own quoting, to dig in his heels and fight.
Right. And so I think what we're watching now is to see whether he has embarked on a 24 or 48 hour spate of image rehabilitation efforts before throwing in the towel by speaking to some friendly outlets, or if he really is digging in and staying in the fight, especially in light, Reed, of these new reports that CBS News has confirmed that the president-elect is now considering others for this position. He's looking beyond Pete Hegseth, and among the bold-faced names who are potentially in the running are Ron DeSantis, the governor of this state, governor of Florida, and Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa, who like DeSantis, is a veteran.
All right, so let's go forward into that narrative that Ron DeSantis is being looked at, to put it mildly, by the president-elect. That would shake up Florida politics, no?
That would be big news. You know, in some ways, DeSantis has a similar profile to Hegseth. They're both veterans. In DeSantis's case, he is a Navy veteran. He was a Navy lawyer. He served in Iraq. He won a Bronze Star. Unlike Hegseth, he has experience running a large, complicated bureaucracy because he is running the state of Florida right now. Hegseth doesn't have that experience. Unlike Hegseth, he's also been pretty thoroughly vetted because he ran for president. So there probably isn't anything about Ron DeSantis that could come out and surprise Republican senators over the coming weeks or months because, you know, his whole life is sort of out there already. And the American public knows a lot about him. And finally, I'll say he did serve in Congress, so he is known to senators that way as well. The big question, of course, is he interested in the job? Does he even want it? Does he want to leave Florida? His team hasn't responded to these reports at all, so we really don't know what he's thinking or if the president-elect would really pull the trigger at the end of the day.
Well, and if that job opening comes up, Matt Gaetz is always without a job. Fascinating times. Okay, so while we have you, interesting to look at this. President-elect Donald Trump rolling ahead with nominees. He announced 3 today. Let's go through those while we have you, Nancy. Peter Navarro for senior counselor for trade and manufacturing, Daniel O'Driscoll for Secretary of the Army, and Jared Isaacman for administrator of NASA. Any standouts there?
Well, I think the Peter Navarro pick is pretty interesting. I mean, this is someone who was just released from federal prison back in July after serving 4 months for contempt of Congress connected to the congressional investigation into the January 6th insurrection. He is a longtime loyalist of President Trump, served in the first administration. He is a big proponent on tariffs, which is part of the reason he's so close to Trump, because he and the president-elect see eye to eye on that issue. So he'll be advising Trump on those issues. He'll be making the case publicly for big new tariffs. But he sees eye to eye on a lot of things with the president-elect. He was a big proponent of the false stolen election claims. He even came up with a plan to have the election results overthrown by Congress. So he is someone who has stood by President-elect Trump through thick and thin, and that's why he's going to be returning to the fold.
Nancy Cordes, always great to talk to you. If only political waters could be as smooth as the waters behind you there in Florida. Cafecito on me, my friend. Nice to talk to you.